Okay, so number one, chapter one of the first lessons that we did in this course. It was back in February, so like 3 months ago. When you're given an improper mixed number, you have to change it to an improper fraction. Bless you. When you change it, remember this common mistake that people do. It's 3 times 4 plus 1, not 3 times negative 4. Okay, so that negative, you just stick it back on after. If you do times negative 4, you're going to get negative 11 over 3. Common mistake that people do. Make sure you don't fall for that mistake. And then when you divide fractions, you have to do keep, change, and flip. So keep it, change to times, and then flip the second fraction. Multiply across, you get this. Now, if I ask you to have your answer, final answer in mixed number form, do I have to reduce this fraction? If the question asks for a final answer in mixed number form, do I need to reduce this? But if I'm gonna mix it into a mixed number anyway, then I don't need to waste that 10 seconds. I can just go straight into long division. If the numbers are easier to do, then sure, by all means. But otherwise, you can just go straight to this. 27 goes into 2087 times with a remainder of 19. So you have negative 7. A lot of people, after doing long division, forget about the negative. And then 7 whole, 19 over 27. All right. How many of you got that correct? Boys, how about you guys? Did you get this correct? Yes. Just say yes. Okay. Okay. And not paying attention in class is also a sin. Number two, fraction equals a fraction, cross multiply and divide. So simple as that. You have x equals 15. Okay. Oh, on the exam, it will ask you to write in mixed number form. You don't have to show this, but you need to know how to get to mixed number form. Right. Number three, exponent rule. Since all of these have a base of x, I can add the exponents and multiply the exponents. After that, since I'm dividing, I subtract. So I get x to the 8. Right? Number four, simple algebra. Distribute, and then move all the letters to the left, change the sign. All the numbers to the right, change the sign. Here, negative 12 minus 10 is negative 22, not 2. Right? And then when you divide it, you get negative 22 over 10. Again, the question will ask you to put in mixed number form. So this, okay, negative 2 and 2/10, which is negative 2 and 1/5. Okay? If you write this, if you okay, if the question asks you leave final answer in mixed number form, if the final answer says leave answer in mixed number form and you give me this answer, you're gonna get a mark off. If you leave your answer in like this form, you're gonna get half a mark off. What's wrong with this one? Casey? Yeah, it's not simplified, right? So you have to reduce for the full mark. I should see this, right? Number 5. Remember degree? Okay, so degree, we did a class based on degree. This linear relation right here, what's the degree of this equation? 3x plus y equals 5. What's the degree? You guys remember what degree is? Okay, the exponent. Trinik, what's the exponent on this? 3x plus y equals 5. What's the degree? 1, right? All linear relation have a degree of 1. What about this one? Aaron, y equals x squared. What's the degree here? 2. Okay, so it's a degree 2. All degree 2 is nonlinear. In grade 10, you do everything with degree 2. You do y equals x squared. Okay, and if you graph it, it's a parabola. Okay, number 6, you're given the graph. Okay, number 6, you're given the graph. So if I give you a line, just choose any 2 points on the graph. The smart one to choose is the -3, because you need the y-intercept anyway. And then the other point, I'm going to choose this one right here on the grid. So my slope, up 1 over 3, so 1 over 3. Okay, so I know my slope, I know my y-intercept, I put it in y equals mx plus b form. Number part B right here, you're given 2 points and you have to find the equation of a line. Part C is perpendicular to this line and has a y-intercept. So I'm telling you, these questions right here, you're going to see something similar to this. Okay, is it going to be a 1-mark question? No, it's going to be a couple of marks. So I don't want you to see a question like this and go, uh-oh, I don't know what to do, and there goes 5 marks. All right, so make sure you know how to do these, otherwise it's going to cost you a few marks. Okay, so first step, plug it into the slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Be careful right here, it's 1 minus -1 because this is -1 right here. So when you substitute, this morning when I went around the class, a lot of people left it like this, -6 over 2. Right. If you leave it as a fraction, right here when you work it through, it's going to cost a lot more headache. Okay. Remember, -6 over 2 is just -3. Simplify it if you can. Okay. Even for this class, I've seen you guys make silly mistakes like this, and you've just left it as a fraction. Okay. Choose one of the points, substitute it into y equals mx plus b. So m is -3, x is -1, y is 1. So then when you multiply this, you get 3. Move it over. 1 minus 3 is -2. I have my m, I have my b, I have my equation. Okay. This next one, perpendicular to this equation and has a y-intercept with this. Okay, so this is in standard form, so I need to rearrange it into y equals mx plus b form. So move that 6x over, becomes -6x. Divide everything by -3, I get 2x minus 4. So what was the purpose of rearranging this equation into y equals mx plus b form? Right? So I can see what my slope is. A lot of people make the silly mistake. They see this equation and they say that 6 is the slope because they see the number in front of x. This is not in y equals mx plus b form. So now that we know what our slope is 2. All right, our slope is 2. So what about it? Maxwell, what do I want to do with this 2? I want the perpendicular slope. What's the name called? Aiden? I want the perpendicular slope. So what do I do with this 2? What's the perpendicular slope? Negative reciprocal. So what is the negative reciprocal of 2? -1 over 2. That's right. Okay. It tells you what B is. So B is -5. So now I have my new slope. I have my y-intercept. I put it into the equation. -1 over 2x minus 5. How many of you got that one correct? All right, so I'm guessing those who did it got it. Okay. Okay, so as I say, if you see a question like this on the exam, it's gonna be worth like 3, 4, or 5 marks. I don't want you guys to just say goodbye to so many marks. So make sure you know how to do these type of questions. Okay. Number 7. asked you guys to write a story including all three parts. What am I talking about? What am I looking for in the story? Grace? Right, direction and speed, or direction, distance, time. As long as you talk about those, then it's good. So the key is direction, right? So just segment A right here. The distance is traveled is 400 in 10 minutes. So when you divide it, distance divided by time, you get 40 meters per minute. Direction going towards home, okay? Not going down a hill. All right, this is not a flat surface road. So going towards. What are horizontal lines? Yep. At rest. Okay, stop. So what's the speed if you stop? 0. Okay, EQEO may ask you that. So just uh, even though it sounds common sense, but then some people are like, it's stopped. Why are you still asking me for the speed? Well, then it's 0. And then here, the last stretch of it, going to home, right, and arriving at home. Looking at these two lines right here, which part is faster? The first part or the second part? Casey? Why? Steeper line, steeper slope. Good. Okay, the steeper it is, the faster you are going. Okay, not because the faster you're rolling down the hill. So, um, so if you are to write your story, this part is running, this part will be jogging or walking. Okay. Number 7. Okay. Number 7. Oh, sorry. Number 8. Number 8. My morning class had trouble with number 8. Okay. Are we okay with number 7? Okay. So number 8 right here, they had some trouble with solving for x. So again, right angle triangle, and I'm looking for a length. I know I'm supposed to do Pythagorean theorem. Okay. My two sides, my two legs are both x, so that means A is x, B is x, and the hypotenuse is 25. So when I sub it into the formula, x squared plus x squared is 2x squared. All right, don't forget it's 2x squared. It doesn't become x4. You're just adding apple plus an apple. It doesn't become a pineapple. All right, so divided by 2, 312.5 equals x squared. That means to get x, I have to square root it, and I get 17.7 meters. Some people said they got 17.68. On the exam, it will tell you exactly what to round to. So if you round wrong, it will be half a mark up. Right? So I think for the whole exam, I said round to the nearest 10, which is 1 decimal place. Okay. And then right here, I also need to find the angles. Okay, so how do I find angle Y? Yep. Right. Why do I divide it by 2? Okay, so what type of triangle is this? Two sides are equal is called a Richard? Isosceles, right? Because I saw you were going to say it, right? Isosceles. Okay, so right here. So y is 45 degrees because it's an isosceles triangle. And then it's a straight line. So if this is 45, this is 135. And what property is that called? Straight line is called what? Kingsley, for a straight line angle, what's the name? Straight line. When two angles add up to 180? Supplementary. Let's put down that phone. Okay, you're still answering me with your phone in your hand. Supplementary. All right. What's the one that adds up to 90? Complementary. What's the triangle that has all three sides equal? Equilateral. All three sides not equal. scalene. Z pattern. Z pattern angle. Alternate. Let's put down that phone thing, please. Thank you. Alright, otherwise I could keep it for you. C pattern. Co-interior. Not interior, co-interior. F pattern. Phone. Corresponding. X pattern. Opposite. Alright. Do you need to know all those words that I just mentioned? Yes. Alright, so those of you who are still on your phone or laptop or tablet, well, don't say I didn't warn you. I'm like giving you guys all these hints for your exam. Alright? So you do need to know all those. Alright? Okay, and then lastly right here with this triangle. All of these are proportional because these sides are all equal. So if this is 40, how long is B right here? It's proportional. So if this is 40, this is Kenzie? Or Aiden? 80. It is 80. Okay. All of these are similar triangles. You can think of it as with similar triangles with the same ratio. I did the best I could. Okay. So if this is 40, this is 80, how long is this part? Aiden? How long is this part? 20, right. So, and if you don't believe me, you can do a Pythagorean theorem. So if this is 32, that means this is 64. 64, 40, you'll figure out what that is. And then when you times it by 4, you'll see that it is exactly the same. So the bottom right there is 80 because it's doubled. So then when you do Pythagorean theorem, you'll see that h is 100 centimeters. Okay. Okay, so let's, should I continue? Okay, I'll take up 10, 11, and 12 as well. Might as well. Okay, number 10. Given the perimeter of 40 meters, what is the dimension that will give you maximum area? So remember in class we talked about optimization. What shape gives the optimization area? Edward? Square, right? So if you have a square, 4 sides are all equal. That means each side is 10. So it's a 10 by 10 square. No. No. We can look at that more after. Okay, let me just finish taking up these 2 questions and then we can discuss more on that. All right. Number 11, find the area and perimeter. So on the exam, if it asks you for area and perimeter, please make sure you do both, because if this question, for example, is out of 6, then this is out of 3, this is out of 3. I've seen people in the past, they lost a couple of marks, not because they don't know how to do it, but because they didn't read the question. There were 2 parts. Okay, so I see a semicircle and a right angle triangle. So in that semicircle, my radius is 4. Okay, which means the diameter is 8. So area of that, okay, so the height, the diameter is 8. So then for this triangle, I have 10 times 8 divided by 2 for the triangle. For the semicircle, formula is pi r squared. Since I only want half of it, I divide it by 2. So 3.14 times 4 squared divided by 2, you get 25. On the exam, you can just use 3.14. If you use pi, I'm okay with it too. Okay. In the final answer though, I know in the past, on the test, you guys wrote for me like something like 12 pi as your answer. On the exam, it will ask you to round to 1 decimal place. Okay, so do round at the end. So when you add it together, you get the total composite figure area. As for the perimeter, I know that this is 8, this is 10. So Pythagorean theorem, figure out what the hypotenuse is. I got 12.8. This is half a circle, so circumference. So circumference of a circle, pi d or 2 pi r divided by 2. So the 2 cancels out. It's just pi r. So you can round it to 12.6. Excuse me. So 12.8 plus the 12.6. Don't forget to add in this 10, but do not add in the 8 right here. This is the inside. You don't add the inside for perimeter. So you get 35. Okay, so number 12, last one. Find the surface area and volume of a cone with a radius of 12 and the height that is double the radius. Okay, so basically, on the exam, even if it doesn't ask you to draw a diagram, sometimes it helps to draw the diagram. It only takes you 2 seconds. So draw it out so you know exactly what it's asking. So you have a radius of 12, height of 24. It's asked again, the question asks for surface area and volume. So make sure you answer both. If you do the question. Alright, so for the 1,000,001 time, you will get it on both the EQAO and the final exam, and it's going to be the exact same formula sheet that I gave you guys in class. Okay. For this one, I want to find the volume. So volume, pi r squared h divided by 3. So I just have to sub in the 12 and the 24 divided by 3. I get my volume. What's the unit for volume? Volume. Cube, right. What happens if you write square? Get marks off. Okay, so silly marks, you don't want to lose these silly marks and not get that perfect on the test. So volume, millimeter cube. This right here, the surface area, pi rs plus pi rs. What does the S stand for again? Huh? Oh, Simon? What does the S stand for? Slant, right, slanted height. Am I given a slanted height? No, so what do we have to do? What do we have to do if we're not given a slanted height? Pythagorean theorem. All right, so remember, always, 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 in a 3D shape, if I give you the height and I ask you for the slanted height, you're doing the Pythagorean theorem with the adding. If I give you the slanted height and you have to look for the height, you're doing Pythagorean theorem with the subtraction. Right? So sometimes to be tricky, I could give you the diameter of the cone. So don't forget, it's only half the base. Okay, so when you do that, you'll get your slanted height to be 26.8. So put it all in the formula, okay, and you'll get your answer in millimeter square because it's area. Okay. How many of you got number 12 all correct? Okay, good. Both. Both volume and surface area. Alright. So a question like this on the exam may be worth 5 or 6 marks. Alright, so if you just did surface area but forgot volume, you lost 2 marks. If you just did volume and didn't do surface area, you would have lost 3 marks. Okay, so make sure, read the question carefully. That's the thing that I hate is I know how to do it, but you didn't read the question carefully and you missed half the question. Right. So that's it for today. We took up quite a bit. Keep working on this package for tonight. I want you guys to work up to um, up to 22. So this page, so 13 to 22. Tomorrow, remember we are doing the mock EQAL. So please bring your Chromebook or laptop. Bring the same one that you plan on using on the day of EQAL, so that you can test out all the Wi-Fi and everything, and know that if you have enough battery and so forth. All right. Again, the one tomorrow is not going to be worth marks. I just want us to go over the platform and everything. Okay, so as I was saying right here, like let's say if you wrote, because I know some of you used pi button rather than 3.14. It's just for the final exam, it does ask you to round your final answer to one decimal place. So in the past, I've seen a lot of you write for me like 8 pi as the final answer. Do the decimal and round to one decimal place. Yeah.
In the rounded answer, again, are we rounding between calculations?
I would suggest to do one decimal place throughout your calculations.
Yeah, because like if I like it might be different in the final like rounded. And when I use pi, should I use the exact number of pi based on one?
As long as at the end you round to one decimal place for your final answer.
But there might be a different decimal place.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so I'll know.
Okay, so like if
I'll accept both.
point one, I put point two.
Yeah, as long as I see, like I'm gonna do both calculations, like one where people use 3.14 and one where people use pi, and then I'll take both answers. But the key is at the end, make sure you round to one decimal place.
Okay, but I was still only if I don't round it to the middle of that. I'm rounding it.
So